Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Theo Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio. Theo Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio. Theo Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave Morning Show.
Scrap it up. Good afternoon. It's still morning in some certain parts of the world.
What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
You officially on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show.
Yes.
I gotta remember we are in different time zones. We're in different time zones and everything. And yeah, we're here. BKS1 Radio, man. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Happy Tuesday.
And I'm excited for a lot of reasons, bro. But we're gonna get into the people first. First and foremost is my partner to the right, the man I always understand, and together we got the plan. We call him what? Smooth P.
And my man to the left, as a friend, he's always been the best. We call him the one, the only, Storm Norm.
Salute. First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on BKS1 Radio TV on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter. And on Twitter, we're at Periscope, at Storm of BKS1 on Twitter and Periscope. And we're going to retweet that to at BKS1 Radio ENT. So if you go to at BKS1 Radio ENT right now on Twitter, Periscope, you will see the show. All right? No doubt. Shout out to everybody watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com. Shout out to everybody listening to us live. Where?
The TuneIn app.
The TuneIn app, man. Listen, get that TuneIn app. It's free. Get the free version. Download that to your mobile device. You can listen to all your favorite radio stations from around the world. And guess who's on there? WBKS1.com, baby. All right, so get that TuneIn app, man. All right, you see who's up there, BKS1 Radio. So you can check out listen to the Man Cave Morning Show right there on the TuneIn app. And shout out to everybody on FB. Peace and blessings, FB. Let's get some FB love real quick. Shout out to Phyllis Woodbury. Shout out to Amos Crudup. Shout out to Deidre Howard Francois. Shout out to Denise Sparrow. Shout out to Kim Sharif. What's up, Diva? Shout out to Shelly Satterfield on the check-in. Dee Dee on the check-in. Dee Dee, hey, what's up, Dee Dee? What's going on, Queen? Shout out to Curry Martin on the check-in. Shout out to D Mac on the check-in. Juanita Karen Hartstown on the check-in. Shout out to Denise Sparrow, Cornelius Chap Scott. Shout out to Barb on the check-in. Shout out to Carolyn Gordine on the check-in. She got a dope event about to come up. It's the pop-up shop. Carolyn can call in if you want to and mention that event. Phone number is 646-233-1302. Again, the phone number is 646-233-1302. Shout out to my man Jay Smooth on the check-in. Shout out to Marla Willis on the check-in. Shout out to Plainfield Bo Jackson on the check-in. How about those Giants, Plainfield Bo Jackson? How about those damn Giants? No doubt. Ingrid just said, I hope we get into this guilty verdict before my optometrist appointment. We'll get into that. This is Open Topic Discussion Tuesday, all right? So if you guys got a topic you would like to discuss and for us to keep it 100 with on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show, feel free. Again, let me just make sure the phone lines are open. So they wasn't even open, so I had to check. So now they're open, and you can call in and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. So shout out to everybody on checking. So, big news, of course. Yes, she was found guilty. Amber Geiger, the ex-cop, female cop that murdered the young man because she entered into the wrong apartment and took this man's life. She was on trial and everything, and the verdict came back, says she's guilty.
They got it right this time, finally. Jesus. Right.
And in the state of Texas, when it comes to a Caucasian person shooting an African American, especially a cop, everybody was kind of surprised with this verdict.
Yeah, man.
It's sad you got to be surprised with when the right verdict come in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I guess justice is served. It still doesn't bring that young man back.
No, absolutely not.
But justice is served, and I think we got the when the judge announced the guilty verdict. Let's see. I think here's the clip.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. The jury having reached a verdict, Ms. Geiger and your team, would you please stand? We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Amber Geiger, guilty of murder as charged in the indictment. No outburst. And it is signed by the presiding juror, who is juror number 11. Mr. Rogers, would you like to have the jury poll? No, Your Honor. All right. You may be seated, Ms. Geiger. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. The jury having reached a verdict, Ms. Geiger and your team, would you please stand? We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Amber Geiger, guilty of murder as charged in the indictment. No outburst.
Guilty of murder, not manslaughter, not third degree this, that. Guilty of murder. Is what it is. I would love to have sat in that jury just to see the deliberation, just what they discussed and what drew them to that conclusion and how many votes was here. But I think it got to be unanimous, right?
It was unanimous. That was unanimous.
So they wanted to be out. It was like, hey man, this is cut and dry.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are we really discussing here?
I'm not sure how long they even took to deliberate before they came back with the verdict. Was it swift? Was it lengthy? I don't even know.
Okay. Ingrid Judge said she needs the death penalty. Wow.
Well, I'm not sure. Does Texas have the death penalty? I think they actually do.
Phyllis said, awesome. She's guilty. Clap, clap, clap. Sandra Sharp Conti said, thanks for inviting me. Denise Sparrow. Hey, Sandra, welcome to the show. And Barb said, it is what it is, indeed.
Yeah.
Shout out to Greg Booth on the check. And Greg, what's up, cuz? And then Barb said, yes, they do.
That's what I thought they did, yeah.
Really? Texas?
Yeah, Texas is one of those.
So she gonna get the death penalty?
I doubt it. They're not gonna. If I don't think the prosecution went for that, so it wasn't on the table. Like if the prosecution would have went for it, then that could have been the sentence. But yeah, I don't think the prosecution. Because she was an officer, so they're probably more lenient.
Right. Shout out to Amos Crudup. Said now when they give up one, they want 10 back.
That's a fact.
Yeah, wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Shout out to Charles Reno on the check-in. Kim Sharif said, because this is open topic day, so we will discuss and debate whatever topic you guys want to talk about today. I like what you posted up on your page. Let's get to that during the show in regards to believing in a higher power or not.
Absolutely.
Because there are a lot of people that don't believe in a higher power. Absolutely. We can discuss that. Very good topic.
Yeah.
Kim Sharif said, how do you deal with a supervisor who, number one, has no managerial skills, and number two, shows favoritism in the department? Now,
go to HR.
Number two is something you can go to HR about. Number one, evidently HR hired them. So, that's just your view, your opinion that they have no managerial skills.
Yeah.
But number two, shows favoritism in the department. Yeah, that's something you can go to HR about if you can prove it. If you're constantly being overlooked for a promotion, if you're constantly, stuck at the 2% rate when they go from 2 to 10%, and you've been there for years and you're stuck at 2% for some reason.
Or you always get the extra work and they get to go home early.
Yeah, and then you find out, things like that, whatever. You possibly can go to HR and take up your grievance with HR. So, a lot of people I know deal with that. Barb says she'll probably get life with parole.
I think we're pushing it, and I could be wrong because I was wrong. I didn't think that they were going to, find her guilty. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen.
Right.
But now there is the sentencing process, and let's see. Okay, well, we found you guilty, but we're going to give you probation. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna. I still don't think the banana's all the way out the tailpipe.
Really?
I'm not convinced yet. I'm not convinced.
Let's read some comments from the chat. Let's rock.
You pretty much you read all the comments. Right?
All right. We got a lot going on. I didn't see this one. So they're saying a bowl cut now is a symbol of white supremacy. So the bowl cut that you see is now a symbol of white supremacy. And this is interesting. We need to know what to look out for. I'm keeping it 100. Need to know what to look out for. So let's read this. So it says, hold on, trying to get it. It says, Alyssa Brooke says a bowl cut has now been entered into the National Hate Database as a symbol of white supremacy. Wow. The Anti-Defamation League has added the bowl cut and the OK hand symbol to its online hate on display database, which includes burning crosses, of course, Ku Klux Klan symbolism, the SWAT sticker, and other infamous hate signs. The group developed the database so that they could identify signs of extremism. So, all right, so if you see that bowl cut, I know some people that rock that bowl cut too.
Yeah.
I ain't going front. All right, so y'all know that's a sign of white supremacy, amongst other things.
Or a bubble head.
Yeah. And if you get called the N-word by a white person, that's a sign of white supremacy.
Yeah.
Blatant.
That's a pretty good one.
Come on, man. They got to miss me with some of this, man. Miss me with some of this. What you got here, P? Yeah. So a teacher apologizes for having students write funny captions on slavery picture. A teacher apologizes for having students write funny captions on slavery pictures. Wow. So it says, according to the Facebook post by a woman named Darlene McCurley, the unidentified teacher from John W. Dodd Middle School wanted students to write captions for photos of former slaves from the post-Civil War era, as well as telling them to make it funny and don't bore me. Oh, wow. The student's grandmother posted a photo on Facebook showing the worksheets, which had captions such as "Black girls work hard, play hard. Black girls work hard, play hard. Us black people need to get out." And "Black girl magic." Wow. Of course, the lesson plan quickly garnered backlash on social media, with some urging the school to take action immediately. All right, so I'm looking at some of these. Kind of crazy. Why do we joke about things like this as an educator?
Because it's funny to them. It didn't happen to them.
As a Caucasian educator, why make light and joke about slavery? or even the Holocaust. I put it on that. Like they make jokes about it
because it's funny
to students,
to them.
Fire her?
Absolutely fire her.
Make it so she can't teach again, or just fire her?
Both. I mean, if that's something like that's on your record, probably there are not too many districts that's going to pick you up. I mean, it's possible. I mean, because I've seen stuff that happened here in Plainfield that people shouldn't have gotten jobs here, have gotten really high level jobs, and then get fired and move on and get another high level job. So, it all depends, I guess, on how deep they look into their records or how much they care. I mean, certain districts, people who look like them and feel like them, think like them, might be like, come on aboard. We'll give you a raise.
No doubt. We're going to read some comments real quick. I'm going to go back to that death penalty thing. This is capital punishment in Texas. Capital punishment is a legal penalty in the state of Texas, part of the United States, in 1982. The state became the first jurisdiction in the world to carry out an execution by lethal injection when it put to death Charles Brooks Jr. It was the first execution in the state since 1964. So they do have capital punishment.
Yeah, but they're not. They have to be going after that, which they're not.
All right, let's read some comments, and then I want to play this statement. All right, so here's a statement from and what was the young man's name that Amber Geiger killed? I forgot his name.
Which is crazy. We're talking about the focus has moved on to her. I forget his name offhand also.
Well, here's a statement the mom made. Yeah, I got just a statement just came in that the mom made after the verdict was read, and here goes the mom.
To have my son smeared in such a way, I think shows that there are persons who are really nasty, who are really dirty, and are going to cover up for the devil, Amber Geiger. I don't know my son to be involved in such. And I want to find out whether the toxicology reports on Amber has been released, because she was the murderer.
That's right.
I want to find out whether her apartment has been searched, whether her car has been searched, and also on the Saturday when we spoke to the Texas Ranger, he was saying that there was no reason in his mind that she ought to have been locked up.
That's right.
So to have my son smeared in such a way.
Justice today. You got some justice today, mama.
Did you hear that nonsense though? The Ranger, and he meant that. He was texting, wow, I don't know why she's locked up. She shouldn't be locked up. All she did was kill a nigger.
But she wants the same things that they did to her son
who
done
was
to her.
Who was the victim.
Exactly.
So you searched the victim's home, the victim's car.
Her car wasn't searched.
Exactly. They didn't do none of that, and she was the aggressor and killed this man. So I understand the anger of his mother. Like, I hope all those things took place. Well, you know what? At this point, like I said, she's been found guilty. Now let's hope that the judicial system plays out correctly. For one, don't give her no light sentence, because she was an officer of the law, whatever crap you wanna spew. Give her a sentence like you would if she was a black man who killed a white woman. Give her that sentence, because we know it would have been long and hard. So let's make it the same.
We'll see. Let's read some comments.
Miles on the check-in, Stacy Guther's on the check-in, and that's still nobody else is making.
No doubt. All right, so here it is, man. Here it is. Stacey Dash, the clueless actress, says she slapped and scratched her husband. She was arrested for domestic violence. Now, here's my thing, right? So when this happened and the story went up on social media, a lot of females was like, why did they arrest her? She slapped him and she scratched him.
Exactly.
There was no reason for her to be arrested. I've seen a lot of comments like that under the post.
Yeah.
So I'll read you the story and then we'll show you the clip as well. But Stacey Dash is an actress, for those that don't know, who starred in Clueless, a conservative political commentator and former Republican congressional candidate who was arrested on domestic violence charges in Florida on September 29th after police said she assaulted her husband. The 52-year-old Dash has said she was acting in self-defense, her manager told TMZ. That's a good manager. You're supposed to say that. Her husband, Jeffrey Marty, was not arrested. Jeffrey Marty. I got to get a picture and put both of them side by side. He is a Caucasian male. Dash has generated controversy in the past for her political views and statements and her outspoken support of President Donald Trump, including as co-chair of Women for Trump. Wow, co-chair, huh? She has been acting since the early 1980s, starring in several movies and TV shows beyond her most notable role, of course, Clueless. She is set to star in the controversial upcoming anti-abortion and political drama film Roe vs. Wade, which is currently filming. She has claimed she was blacklisted in Hollywood for her views. Really?
Good. They need a blacklist.
All right, now, so Dash was booked into the Pasco County Jail and was released without bond. Okay. Number 2, her manager told TMZ her husband attacked her first, choking her, and she was defending herself when she slapped and scratched him. Okay. Dash has been married 4 times and has 2 children.
Wow.
All right. Number 4, she dropped her 2018 congressional bid after less than a month in the race. And number 5, Dash has spoken out about being abused in her past and her struggles with addiction as a result of that trauma. So she had a drug problem. Didn't know that. Yeah. All right, so here's a clip real quick of the interaction with the cops. All right, so we actually got the clip of her interaction with the cops when she was being arrested. And here's the clip. Listen good.
All right. So can you just go ahead and put your hands on your back for me real quick? Thanks. You can give her your cell phone.
What are you doing?
I'll tell you in a second. I'm just detaining you for right now. These aren't too tight, right?
No.
Okay. Just don't twist your hands too much. Alright, I'll walk you over to my car and I'll explain everything to you, okay?
Am I being arrested?
I'll explain it to you in a second, okay? Go this way. Here, I'll watch the bush. You have a concealed carry or anything in the state of Florida?
No.
Okay. You ever been arrested in the state of Florida?
No.
You ever been arrested in general?
No.
Okay. Where were you born?
Bronx.
Bronx?
New York.
Okay. I'm from upstate New York, so. What do you do for work?
I'm an actress.
Oh, okay. Like TV or?
Both.
What do you act in?
TV, movies.
Well, like, you know, like
I
any,
did
like.
a film called Clueless.
Oh, okay. Are you in any shows right now or anything?
No. I had to take a break. I did politics for a while.
That's like, what do you mean? Like you
I
were?
was a Fox News contributor.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Somebody's just going to search you real quick.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
You got any clothes on or not? I have underwear. I won't do that to you.
You have a bra or anything on?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to have a seat in this vehicle. Thank you. Watch yourself getting in. All right.
And clap it up for the perp walk. That was the perp walk. That was called the perp walk. So, I don't know. It just seems like no matter what she said, he was like, so you was an actress? Oh, you used to do this? What you used to do? I'm telling people why she got arrested. People are like, no, she still shouldn't have got locked up. No, I said, why? Listen, if that had been the opposite,
he'd have been all
and a man put
a
scratch or on a woman, or there was some blood trickling, or whatever the case may be, whatever, that man is getting locked up.
Yeah, he's getting male bashed.
Regardless, yeah.
He ain't no kind of man.
Exactly. So, I mean, I don't know how y'all ladies feel about that. Should she get locked up? She slapped. And her husband got scratches on her, or whatever the case may be. What do y'all really think about that? Be honest. Call in 646-233-1302. Or put it in the comment section. Let's read the comment section.
Well, let me tell them. I don't know how they feel about it, but let me tell them how they should feel about it. If you don't want hands put on you, don't put hands on nobody else. There are a lot of women out here that feel that it's okay if they hit their man, their boyfriend, their husband, because of the fact he's a man, he should be able to take it. I'm just a woman. Knock it off. You don't want nobody putting their hands on you. Do not put your hands on nobody else, because if that man does decide to smack you upside your head, then you want to play victim. You are not a victim if you are the one who started the altercation and you put your hands on a man. No, man, it don't matter. No man should ever hit a woman anyway. That is a crock of bull. That is a crock of bull. You will not be attacking me, and I'm going to not defend myself because you're a woman. Knock it off. Don't touch a man in an aggressive type manner, and a man will not touch you in the same. Point blank, period. There is no passage. There is no, well, I'm a woman, I should be able to do it. Absolutely not. Do I feel any sympathy for her? Absolutely not, because if she put her hands on her husband, she should go to jail. Just like if he would put his hands on her, he should go to jail. No sympathy here. And I also don't have no sympathy for anybody who sells out their own people. So, and look where that got you.
All right.
You like the female OJ right now.
So shout out to Juanita, Karen Hartstown. And listen, there's a hot stage play going down too, at the Ducray School of Art. That's on Central Avenue in Plainfield, October 13th. That's Sunday, October 13th, 3 p.m. All right, it's going down. Actually, I'm one of the actors in the play. Shout out to Maria Hunter Jordan. She's in the play. And also Hurricane Kiss of the R&B group Allure, and some great actors is in the play as well. Come out and check it out. It's written by Juanita Karen Hartstown, and also it's about domestic violence awareness.
Exactly.
Thanks, Stacey Dash, for reminding me.
I was about to say, Stacey.
Thanks,
Stacey. Come to the show.
Stacey Dash's situation reminded me, but Juanita said, let's read this. She said, "Wow. Women should really keep their hands off men. God had created man as our protector. This story would be different if his natural reaction took over. Abuse is wrong in an intimate relationship, whether it's from a man or a woman, same sex." Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Kiki on the check-in. Kiki was good. Dorothy said, "Keep your hands to yourself." But he may have hit her first. They believed him because she's black, and they think we always angry black women. Wow, that's another point. That's another point. Let's talk about it.
She got herself in that predicament.
Sandy said if the husband said lock her up, then she should have been arrested. He could have said he's not pressing charges. Yeah, of course. Juanita said, "Now that's the truth." Huh? What?
I was just about to say, but I think in almost every state, if it's a domestic violence call and there was a physicality that went on, someone is getting locked up. There is no, well, I'm not going to press charges. Somebody's leaving in handcuffs.
Like I told you, a situation happened to me years ago.
Yeah.
When I was living with somebody and whatever, got into argument, whatever. She threw a printer at me. So she threw a printer at me, and it scratched up my arm, and it looked like blood started coming out.
Yeah.
So whatever, she was howling, making all this noise. So I said, I'll call the cops. Let me call the cops. Whatever. And the cops came. When the cops came, they looked at my arm first and saw the blood. They looked at her, didn't see nothing on her, and they was going to take her down.
Yeah.
And then when I saw they was going to take her down, I was like, nah. I was like, please don't take her down. Well, she got kids, blah, 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 blah. And they was like, no, sir, we're taking her down.
Yeah.
So I happened to know one of the cops, and I was like, bro, please don't take her down. What if she got the kids or whatever like that? You know, she needs to take her kids to school in the morning and do this and handle this, whatever.
Yeah.
So they was like, all right, we going.
Oh, she was lucky because
let it slide.
That's a rule.
This time, if we have to come back here again, she's going down.
Exactly.
So they was like, so maybe, you know, she needs to go in one part of the house and you need to go in the other.
Yeah.
Whatever like that. And it's funny. She had a hot temper too. And the crazy part about it, they didn't even see the knife she had in her back pocket.
Oh, wow.
She had
should have let him take her down.
No.
In her back pocket?
She had a knife in her back pocket or whatever like that. And, you know, but I don't want to see no female getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? They got kids or whatever. And, you know, even though she was a little belligerent that day, you know, you said take her down.
She would have took her ass to jail.
Nah, bro.
Go direct. Do not pass go. Go directly to jail. But because this is how I'm looking at it. See, sometimes you got to teach a person a lesson, because, like you said, had that been you would have went to jail. Even if you just grabbed up like stop. He tried to choke me. She would not have stopped him. You would have went to jail. Trust me. So let her sit there. I'll probably even went and got her. But go sit your ass down there for a couple of hours. Think about what you did. I'm gonna come get you, but think about it. You can't just be putting your hands on me, because God forbid if it was the other way around. If you got outraged and you wanted to put your hands on her, how it would turn out. So we gotta look at it rationally.
If there's marks, if there's marks in the situation,
somebody's going to jail,
and the police do come, you're going to jail.
Somebody's going to jail.
But especially if they see blood. Because sometimes you have a mark, you can't explain when the mark happened or whatever case may be.
Yeah.
But if they see blood, somebody going to jail.
Because I can tell you, whenever I started, start a relationship, if I was interested in a young lady and we're talking, like that's one of the immediate conversations that we have is about putting hands on each other. And I let them know from the door, listen, I don't put my hands on women, and women don't put their hands on me. Let's have that understanding. Cause I'm like, well, what if I'm just playing? Don't play like that. Bruh. We don't play like that. Don't put your hands on me.
Every party you DJ at, you play I beat that bitch with a bat.
But that's racism. That's different.
I'm saying.
Stupid.
Whatever.
Whatever.
We got to talk about that.
I'm just saying that's a conversation
Stop playing that song.
With every female I've ever was interested in and or dated. We had that conversation immediately.
And he plays I bust the windows out your car.
Whatever. Because I want you to know. I want you to understand when I say this to you, like how serious it is to me. It's not a joke. It's not a play. Oh, well, maybe if I mess around, I can. No, I want you to know up front. Don't do it.
You putting hands back on?
Listen. Don't do it.
All right. Let's read some comments, bro.
Dorothy Bolton said Norm's a special gentleman. Yes, he is. What's up, Phyllis? Phyllis said if you I think she meant if you got a knife in your back pocket, you going to jail. Facts. Fabian has said police can press charges if they see physical evidence. Facts. And then Felicia reply said, ask Norm to work it out, he'll make it happen. That's definitely Norm. Yes. Dorothy said usually the person with the marks, that's exactly, is not going to jail. The other person is going down, and that's a fact. And Kim said my nana always told me if you swing first, be ready to get swung back on, no matter what the sex.
You know what, if it's something, let me tell you, I've saw small incidents, right? Let's be honest. So all couples have arguments.
Yes, absolutely.
Arguments, whatever. And it may even be some, whatever. And she may do something crazy. Now, I've seen women do this.
I'm just shaking my head for me, because I'm telling you.
So if she slapping, you slapping her back?
Yes, I will. Yes, I'm telling you right now.
The views of Smooth P are not necessarily the views of the whole station.
You're right. These are the views of Smooth P. If you think in the heat of an argument that you could slap me,
okay,
I am going to bring you back to reality when I slap you back.
So,
and you're like, oh,
the
shit,
reason why
you
I'm
slapped
saying
me
that,
back.
the reason why I'm saying that, I've seen incidents, right? Actually, I know of an incident where they was having an argument, whatever, and it got heated. It wasn't no brawl or nothing like that. You know, it was one of those things. She slapped him. He held her because she was trying to hit him again, whatever like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
So when he held her,
and she knows that.
When he held her and like held her and gripped her up, whatever like that, she went and called the cops. She was mad, whatever like so. She went and called the cops out of trying to be smart, right? Didn't really think nothing was going to happen. So the police actually came to the house. The police beat this dude down.
Wow.
The police really beat, and she's screaming at the cops like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
You just said that he did this stuff to you.
Like, what are you doing? Escalate, because both of them was drinking. Both of them was drinking, and dude got really jacked up, but he got charged.
Wow.
He got charged with everything, and she's crying and she's all
Exactly.
distraught, whatever. So she actually had to get the money to bail him out and all this stuff like that. Now I say all that to say, a lot of times I see certain females
play on that
and put their man in a uncompromising position
exactly
with the police, and their man ends up getting hurt and charged with charges, whatever like that he don't need on his record or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I say in cases like that,
listen,
it's hard, man.
Me and my wife will have a drag out argument, cuss each other out, blah 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 blah, but never throughout any of that. I don't care how hot, heated, upset, mad that either one of us are, do we ever fathom putting hands on one another.
All right, we're going to take this call. Check this out. We're going to read some of your comments. The phone lines are open. You can call. Let's take this call. Caller from the 973. State your name, where you're calling from. You're on the Man Cave Afternoon Show. What's up?
Let me tell you something. If you hit me and you're bigger than me, I'm not hitting you back. I'm making one phone call. So you may not get got today. You may not get got tomorrow. But my brother's gonna get you.
Now this is after you hit somebody first?
No.
Oh, okay.
If he hits me.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say if that was the rebuttal. I always tell them that too. I ain't scared of none of your family or your brothers. That's a fact.
Well, I think P, you might be that first phone call I make.
Don't call P, man.
You said I'm asked out if I call P. It ain't happening.
You better off calling the cops.
Because they're gonna come later anyway. They coming.
But no, my nana has always said, if you throw that first blow, you better be prepared to take whatever comes behind that blow.
Unfortunately, a lot of women have not been taught that.
I just say in a lot of when it comes to domestic violence, and shout out to
I don't believe in domestic violence. Just so you know that too.
Shout out to the month of October because it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
So, it's a great.
But no,
go ahead.
I need to know how you stay so calm through all that. Because you threw a printer at me.
Yeah, it was a printer and pulled out a kitchen knife, and it was just basically an argument over a female, that wasn't nothing. It wasn't even nothing. Let me get this straight. She threw a printer at you, and she had a butcher knife was going to slash you. Yeah, I was. And you didn't want her to go to jail. Understand something.
She's misunderstood.
If kids wasn't involved, it may have been a different situation. You know what I'm saying? But there was kids involved. You know, kids was upstairs and stuff like that, so it would have been a different situation. Now,
here to cut you up, and her kids saw that.
She went down.
Huh?
She went down.
No, because I know you have to know the person. You know, I know once the cops left, it everything smoothed out. Whatever, she went her way, I went my way. That was that. You know what I'm saying? It was a wrap. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to see if trust me, if it escalated out of control, of course. I ain't saying I'm that calm and that
Okay, I'm
passive
sorry.
either.
You don't think a printer being thrown at you is out of control?
And a knife in the back pocket. That wasn't out of
missed
control
me to
enough,
a point.
I guess.
It missed me to a point. And it hit nothing that was important.
Oh yeah.
So I'm good.
I
Came
gotta
out the
go, 'cause
situation.
You just real kind of special.
I came out the situation
kind of special.
unscathed. I'm not in that relationship no more. I met a beautiful woman, got a beautiful wife. I'm good.
You didn't go unscathed because it got you because you were bleeding.
Huh?
You were bleeding. Didn't you just say you were bleeding?
Yeah.
It hit you a little bit.
That's scathed.
Because it scratched me. It missed my body, but it got my arm. You know what I'm saying? Got
So
my
your arm is
arm.
part of your body?
I got
I'm
you.
hanging up. Your arm. You
know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Diva. I'm with you.
You know what
That's
I'm
what I always
saying.
say. I'm holding on to when he gets raptured. I'm holding on to his shirt like this, like, take me too, Jesus.
Nah.
Take me too,
Trust me.
please.
Trust me.
When he gets raptured, I'm grabbing a hold because this man is definitely going up. Ah, full light.
Trust me. But anyway, I'm just saying that in a lot of these situations, I hate to say it, and I gotta be honest, women get off lightly. When it's on
Are you
them.
kidding me?
When it's on them, they get off lightly. Like I've seen men go down for something they really shouldn't really have gone down for. You know, because of unnecessary phone call to the police or whatever like that. And
people get killed for that.
Yeah, and I've seen it.
Yeah.
I told you, I know a guy that got beat up.
I have a friend who actually got arrested because he was holding her to keep her from hitting him. And in holding her, I guess he kind of bruised her arm. She called the cops, and he wound up going to jail that night.
Yeah.
And he tried to explain. He was like, I was just holding her, I didn't touch her. I was trying to hold her to keep her from hitting me.
They don't want to hear that.
But because she had that bruise,
Yep.
he went that night.
And see, that's the difference between a man and a woman. See, the reason that the woman won't get arrested is because, like Norm, as a man, you be soft-hearted. Oh, I don't want to see her get locked up. I don't want to see this on the record. Or she got kids. She's a woman. I don't want a woman going to jail. But a woman is so devious, even when she know that she was the one that started and she was the one that was the aggressor, she'll still call the police and have him like, oh, I'll show him. I'm just going to go, oh, he's killing me. Somebody here. And then they come kicking in the door and they beating the ass first, asking questions later, or worse, or they guns drawn and they shooting the first male figure that they see and asking questions later. That's the difference between a
You know
man
what that
and a
reminds
woman.
me of? It reminds me of that movie with Martin Lawrence, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Yeah. Yep. But it is what it is.
No doubt. All right, Diva.
You just a real special person, because her ass would have been locked up that day. Sorry.
Nah.
Singing Akon on her. She's locked up, won't let her out.
I handled it.
Bye.
I handled
Goodbye.
it. All right,
Goodbye.
Diva.
Dorothy Balter said, unfortunately, some people believe hitting is a form of love. Dysfunctional history usually growing up. And that's true, too. You're right. Some people do equate getting hit or hitting as a form of love, which is crazy.
I'm going to tell you right now what I got a beef with. I got a beef with this new report that's out that says it's a new report out that mentions the top 50 most miserable cities in America. The 50 most miserable cities to live in America. And I'm pissed because Plainfield, New Jersey was on that damn list. I'm like, what the hell? So this is the 50 most miserable cities in America. I'm not going to read all 50 to you, but we were number 30. Plainfield was number 30, and I was a little pissed off about it. So I'm like, what is the criteria they base this
there you
off
go.
on?
You're part of the list. You're pissed off.
Yeah,
You're miserable.
You stupid. It says not the worst, but just the most miserable. All right. So let's read this. I'm gonna read this here of their criteria that they used. And it was like 9 Jersey cities on this list out of America.
Agree. Yeah. If you live in Jersey, you're miserable.
Wow. So, okay. So it says we've identified the 50 most miserable cities in the U.S. Using census data from 1,000 cities. taking into consideration population change, because if people are leaving, it's usually for a good reason. The percentage of people working, medium household incomes, the percentage of people without health care, median commute times, and the number of people living in poverty. So this is the criteria they used. Often these cities have been devastated by natural disasters. They had to deal with blight and with high crime rates. Economies have struggled after industry has collapsed. These cities also tend to have high rates of addiction. The state with the most miserable cities was California, with 10 in the top 50. New Jersey was second, with 9. And Florida had 6. Damn.
Really?
So, all right. So, and here's the picture they used for Plainfield. So they said Plainfield was number 30. All right. So Plainfield was number 30. And this is the picture they used. I know where that's at too. And it said the reason why we're number 30. It says Plainfield has 50,693 people, 70% of whom are working, and 1/5 of whom live in poverty. Who told my business? Nearly 1/3 are without health insurance, and the median commute time is 31 minutes. It used to be a violent city. In 1990, there were 719 violent crimes, but since then, things improved. Okay, we improved. Still, in 2016, there were 12 murders. So this is what they based it off to say we're number 30 in the most miserable cities in the country. So number one was Gary, Indiana, and their reasoning was, let's see here, Gary has 75,000 residents, but lost 6% from 2010 to 2018. Just over half of the population works, and 36% live in poverty. Damn, 36%.
Wow.
The most miserable city in the U.S. was once a manufacturing mecca, but those days are over. A drug enforcement agent who grew up in the area told The Guardian in 2017, "We used to be the murder capital of the U.S.
Really?
But there is hardly anybody left to kill. We used to be the drug capital of the U.S. But for that, you need money. And there aren't jobs or things to steal here."
What?
When the jobs dried up, most white people left. And now 84% of the people living in Gary are African Americans. The city is experimenting with plans to try to revitalize the area, including selling abandoned homes for $1.
I know they were doing that in Norca one time.
I'm gonna get me a house for $1.
Wow, that joker said it used to be the murder capital. You need people to kill. What?
But you need people to kill to be the murder capital.
What kind of shit is that?
So
yeah, I've never heard nothing like that before.
Well, at least we number 30.
Man.
Because Camden was on that list.
Oh, you know Camden.
Camden was on that list. If you from Plainfield, are you mad that we on that list? Dorothy Bolton said probably based on the taxes and crime rates since the town's so small, which is why businesses don't flock here. Government care is not readily available and the schools suck. I don't know, how is Plainfield High School now? Because I haven't.
The schools do pretty good in Plainfield.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
The rankings
I think
are better than they used to be.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the city of Plainfield has improved a lot.
A lot, yeah.
It has, even with some of the crime rate. I mean, we got crime like any urban city.
Yeah.
But even with the murder rate and the crime rate, I think the city has improved a lot. And I know listen, there's a lot that attributes to us improving.
Yes.
All right, so I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that right there. But the city's not what it was 30 years ago.
No, absolutely not.
But it's also not what it was 6 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to Plainfield, man. I'm Plainfield ride or die.
Okay.
I'm playing for ride or die. I'm here.
I'm trying to go to Florida, which is only 6. But I am trying to go to Florida.
Florida bad too, especially for you. You got temper. Don't go to Florida, bro.
Man, listen, I don't have no problems whenever I go to Florida.
All right, don't go
ever.
Don't go to Florida. Visiting is one thing. Living there is a whole different ballgame. Shout out to Dee Dee Graham, who checks out the show that lives in Florida. Shout out to Pamela Swain, who checks out the show and lives in Florida. It's a nice place to visit, but I just can't live there. I'm sorry. I'm hitting up one of the Carolinas or somewhere if I ever move.
Don't do that.
All right, so let's read some comments and then let's move on.
Yes. Pastor B. Brian White just checked in. What's up, B?
B, Pastor B. B, hit me up.
Amos said Newark was number 5. And Chemistry said, no, Newark was on the list.
Oh, Newark is on the list?
Number 5. Of course Newark is going to be on the list.
Man.
Flo Queen said, Pittsburgh is detrimental to the health and survival of black people. Study conducted by University of Pittsburgh. Okay.
I knew
message so far. I think you're getting more stuff than me. I'm not getting all of the.
Yeah, Newark is number 5.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I'm not getting all the comments.
Passaic is number 4.
Really?
Jersey.
Passaic? Wow.
Yeah, Passaic is number 4. Wow. Detroit is number 3.
Wow.
I've been to Detroit last year, and they're building it up. Detroit, where I was, is looking good.
Okay.
Port Arthur, Texas is number 2. We already said Gary.
Yeah.
What's number 10? Let me see what number 10 is. Warren, Ohio is number 9. Number 10 is Huntington Park, California. 12 is Brownsville, Texas. Damn. All right. Florida. Hialeah. Bell Gardens, California. Union City, New Jersey.
Wow.
Is number 15. I don't feel bad about being number 30 now.
Yeah, you got some other ones.
Yeah.
Closer to the top.
Union City has 68,500 residents, almost 70% of whom are working, while 23% live in poverty. The average commute time is 33 minutes. It's only 1.28 square miles, making it one of the most densely populated areas in the U.S.
So in 1.28 miles, they got 60-something thousand people. Wow, that's a lot. That is.
Yeah, but here's my thing: when you put stuff, Trenton, New Jersey, number 17. Trenton, New Jersey is number 17. Wow, and I wish y'all could see this picture that they used for Trenton.
They just try to make stuff look as bad.
Bad as I wish y'all could see this picture they used for Trenton. It's terrible.
That is a crazy looking picture.
Now I'm not going to front, man. I've been to Camden.
I haven't been to Trenton in years.
I've been to Camden twice, and I thought I was in another world.
Yeah,
I'm not going to front.
Yeah,
I'm not going to front.
Camden's a special place.
I mean, I'm cool. Like I met a few people out there. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, like they got to take care of our urban areas a lot better, man. Just the city government and everything. Like you can't let it get run down to the point it's beyond repair.
Well, what happened in Camden is what they're saying that happened in Gary. The same thing. When all big industry left, there was no other way for people to make money. Like that's how everybody worked at those warehouses and stuff in those factories. So when they left, like when Campbell and all of them pulled up out of there, it turned into Beirut. Like literally everybody was robbing everybody. My cousin used to live down there for some years, and some stories that he told me, it's like crazy. Like he would be dead if he didn't know this one of the stick-up kids that came up on him. That was the only thing that saved his life because he ain't had no money on him. He said, I know they would have shot me. I ain't had no money. They would have shot me. Just so happened, dude come around the corner like, oh, yo, that's my man. Saved his life because he knew one of the stick-up kids. But yeah, it's crazy. Camden was a whole nother. Sheesh.
Let's read some comments and we're gonna move on.
Yep. So Ingrid said, "I'm surprised Flint isn't number 1." Will Bethea's on checking also. What's up, Will? Sandy said Detroit is being built up for people with money. At least 50% of the city is in poverty. Will also said good topic. Kim Sharif said, "What was the specs on Nork?" That was number 5.
Nork number 5.
Number 5, and Pie Lady just on checking also.
Pie Lady, what's good? Yeah, we about to talk about you in a minute.
And she also, Sandy said, people need to stop running down their neighborhoods because the government don't care, and will leave it like that. And that's a fact.
All right, so,
Camden and Amos said Camden is a ghost town. That is a fact.
All right, so let me read Newark, what they said about Newark. So Newark is number 5 on that list on the most miserable city in America to live in. So it says Newark has 282,000 residents. 62% are working, and 28% are living in poverty. The median commute time is over 35 minutes. Like Flint, the city has had problems with lead poisoning, its water supply. The city has also struggled with race relations. Yeah, do they got beef like that? With race relations in North. Which bubbled up in violent riots in 1967. Come on,
back
man.
in the day, yeah, they're going back.
Wow. It has its fair share of violent crimes, particularly in 2013. So you mean to tell me
they went all the way back to the race riots?
You mean to tell me? All right, so now I'm gonna have to write. You know me, so I'm gonna write the writer, whoever put this list together, because I think it's an unfair list.
Yeah, knock that off.
Because all right, so you don't got LA on there. I don't know. I ain't even check it. I ain't even check the whole thing, but there's certain cities I know that's way worse off. So is Irvington on this list?
I don't know. I didn't see. Fabian said Trenton is effed up. In Camden, I could tell I was there on 4 corners. There was a liquor store, Chinese restaurant, chicken shack, and a church.
But here's the thing.
And Parlay said, "Let's go, LOL. Good afternoon."
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I got a problem with, though, right? Before you make a list like this, so you're saying because of the race riots and the race relations, Newark is bad with that and this, and you pulling out facts from 1967. You cannot make a list like this if you've never been to any one of these cities. So I would respect you more if you make a list like this that you visited each city in its current state.
Exactly.
Talk to some of the people.
Yeah.
You know, went to some of the businesses, if there are any, or whatever the case may be. Spoke to some of the government within the city, whatever like that, and then base it off of that more so than old ass stats you pulling about Newark from 1967. I got beef with that. Really, I got beef with that, and I think they need to reevaluate this list. And I'm gonna deem this list a crock of shit.
He said, when my nephew was little, he would say after you pass Sanford and South Orange Ave, he called it the jungle. And then Parlay said Camden is on the come up with George Lacrosse influence. Darryl D-Mac, what's up? D-Mac said the list doesn't seem to be rooted in up-to-date facts about that. Yeah, I don't feel the same. Well, they went back to 67?
Well,
like, really?
Here's my thing. I really got beef. I'm going to find out who the writer was and who did the article and everything, and it's on Business Insider of who did the list, because even the picture you used, the Plainfield. So this is the picture they used for Plainfield, right? So if you've been in Plainfield, New Jersey,
as of late,
just like any urban city, it got its areas.
Yeah,
you know, West End got its areas, East End got its areas.
Yeah,
where you like, oh, you know, but every place in Plainfield don't look like this.
Yeah.
So if this,
that's like a partial industrial area that they took a picture of.
Yeah, and like that's not the best representation of Plainfield and its people.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
You know. So in Plainfield got good, decent people in it as well. All right. So my thing is, just like any urban city, where I don't care whether it be Chicago, and Newark got some beautiful areas as well too.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Newark is
on the come up.
Oh, definitely.
Newark is on the come up. Plainfield's on the come up.
Yeah.
It's on the come up. So I can't let them get away with this list. I can't let them rock with this list. I am going to write the person that put together this list, and this is an unfair list.
Yeah.
Have you been to every city that you put on your list? If I'm going to make a list about something, I would have to have an experience with what I'm putting on that list.
Absolutely.
A personal experience. It's an unfair list.
Yeah.
I deem this list today That's bullshit.
And Sandy said, yeah, because Camden is better, especially the schooling system. We're probably going to touch on that topic tomorrow because that's going to be a long discussion, and we ain't got the time.
No doubt. Phone lines are open. Call in 646-233-1302. Yeah, and let me see. Pie Lady, what did Pie Lady say?
She just put something else.
The person who made this is probably trying to make a point about cities run by Democrats. It's election time.
Wow. That's possible.
Is all these cities? Let's find out. You know what? Let's find out who runs each city. Is it all Democrats?
And Amos said gentrification is coming to Camden. Wow. Well, Camden needs it. North Across is working on it. Paul Scott said, "What's up, Norm?"
What's up, Paul?
Shahrazad? What's up, Shahrazad, on the check-in?
Shahrazad was good.
But I mean, I listen. I hate to say it, but Camden need regentrification. They need to redo the whole, like, tear the whole place down and rebuild the whole place. Like, that's just how bad. Like, Camden is bad. Like, I haven't been there in years, but I can tell you the last time I was down there, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not even sure how the aquarium's still open. Like, people go down there for the aquarium. You know?
Oh, yeah? Do they?
Yeah, it's big. They got a nice aquarium down there in Camden.
You know what I heard got a high crime rate? And I never knew this? Wildwood.
Yes, Wildwood Wildwood was bad.
They said Wildwood is bad as hell, and it's funny.
I think it's gotten better. I know it was bad for a minute. Yeah, Wildwood had got crazy for a minute.
They said and Wildwood was the place where back in the day when I was growing up.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, and shout out to God rest his soul, my neighbor Mr. Wynn used to always take his family to Wildwood. And one year he took me. And that was like the vacation spot.
Yeah,
that's like the vacation spot everybody used to go to and chill out.
People still do. It's still they kind of built it back up. I think because remember the storm had tore it up some years, but I don't know if it was Sandy or the one before that had tore Wildwood up. But I think they rebuilt it, so people still go there for vacation stuff. But yeah, Wildwood had gotten bad for a minute. Yeah, acting up down there.
Pilot said you guys need to look up Norcross. Okay. And then Shahrazad said my man's, let me see.
100 grand talking about us. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Also, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name.
Oh, okay. Shahrazad said let the gentrification commence.
Yeah.
While we build our credit up and take it all back after they invest and build it up. Take like that property value up. No doubt.
I ain't mad at
doubt.
That.
And they say, where's Philly at on this list?
Oh, wow.
Exactly, Barb. Where is Philly?
Yeah.
On the list. And I'm not even going to say it, but I know a bad, rundown Caucasian neighborhood, which I'm not going to mention, and I'm shocked that that's not on the list.
Where's that?
I'm not saying it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying it because I know somebody lived here that's listening to the show. But it's a bad neighborhood. It's mainly Caucasians.
Okay.
Should have been on that list.
We can call them out too.
All right.
I call them out.
Like 6 people dropping dead over them opioids and a lot of stabbings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm gonna find out who did this list.
Well, I didn't say it was all black neighborhoods anyway, were they? Well, I guess.
Bro, look at the neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's true. You say that. Now I think about it. Yeah, pretty much.
Look at the neighborhoods that's on that list, though.
Pretty much.
So basically, any neighborhood, I guess, that is highly populated by African Americans, that's a miserable city to live in.
African Americans and Latinos.
Did you think? Yeah, yes, African Americans and Latinos, because they used a lot of Latinos in that Trenton picture.
Yeah,
that we put up.
That picture was crazy.
Yeah. All right, real quick. Since we got Pie Lady on this, all right, just real quick, just discuss your post, man, about the higher power.
Basically, I just put a post up yesterday. I don't know how many spiritual people there are out there, but I'm very spiritual. I definitely believe in a higher power. I just happened to be sitting in my bedroom yesterday, and my wife walks in, and my ceiling fan starts to go. It's not turned on. It just starts. It's not a slow spin. It starts to spin. So I said to my wife, "Did you see that?" And she's like, "What?" I said, "The fan just started moving." And she's like, "Oh, was on, Ray, wasn't it? So I was like, no, it wasn't. So when that happened, she thought about it. You know what? That just reminded me about something that I told God I was going. God told me to do yesterday, and I didn't do it. So she commenced to go do what she was supposed to do. She's like, "Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus." Okay, went to do what she's supposed to do, and after she finished, she walks back into my bedroom, and the fan stops. It just stops spinning. It's as soon as it started, the way it started when she walked in, when she walked back in, it just stopped. And I looked at it. She looked at it. She's like, "Oh my gosh!" She said, "Thank you, Jesus." Blah blah blah. So that being said, that just sparked me to be like, you know what? I put a post up on Facebook, and I was like, you know,
you said, for those who don't believe in a higher power,
there you go.
I feel sorry for you, because for me, I've been shown too many times to not be a believer. To God be the glory.
Exactly.
And then I'm looking at, a lot of the comments, and Pie Lady, she's a self-proclaimed atheist.
Yes.
She said that when she called him before, several times, and is a friend to the show and everything. But it's okay if we have a healthy debate.
And you can call him Pie Lady.
Yeah. Smooth P. She said, Smooth P, don't feel sorry for us. We are good. But when the higher power can send a sign to people going to church in South Carolina to stay home today because a white boy is coming to murder you in cold blood, then maybe that would give me pause to feel sorry for people who don't believe. Or better yet, murder the shooter before he wakes up to carry out the plan. All right, so
before you even go on, let me just add a little more to the story.
Go ahead.
Because before I actually, I already made this post before my wife had told me more things that took place.
Okay.
So in her doing what she was supposed to do, basically, I guess she didn't tell me what he told her to do, but it involved her. She had to walk throughout my whole home, and parts of the outside. So she walks downstairs into like the family area of my basement. There's two light switches over there. There's one light switch on one side. There's another light switch over by my bar and my pool table. So she did what she had to do down there. She shuts off both lights, both light switches, and one light doesn't go off. The one over my pool table. So she's like, So she turns the switch on, turns it off again, and still it doesn't go off, and just put it on hold a second. So then
hold on a second,
while
caller.
she's sitting there, the light just goes off. So she's like, wow. So then she goes upstairs. Her and my grandson commenced to go outside to do whatever she was supposed to do. Now, she said she sent my grandson to do something, and he was running back to her. Now, I have patio set outside. She said he runs by one of the chairs, didn't touch anything, and the chair just falls over on the side.
Was he running at the speed of light?
Maybe he was. He is pretty fast, but so he runs by the chair, doesn't touch it, and the chair just falls over. So now she shared this stuff to me after I already made the post, after she ran, came back into the room. So I don't know. Just some people could call it whatever they want, may call me crazy, but like I said, I know better. Now we can take the call.
All right, caller from the 908. State your name where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Afternoon Show. What's up?
What's up? It's Pie. How are you?
What's up, Polly? How are you, Mama?
Good. First, Norm, everybody self-proclaims everybody, right? So whatever you say you are, it's self-proclaimed.
Yeah,
so
I'm a self-proclaimed rapper and a self-proclaimed DJ. Go ahead.
But here's the thing. It's the feel sorry part. I would never discount anybody's paranormal or whatever you want to say, association. I would never say, wow, I feel sorry for you because you just could have thought your way out of that one or called someone out of that one. You really didn't have to pray about that. That's something that can be solved with simple thought. And so when you say stuff like, I feel sorry for people, the question is why? What is the consequence? How is your life any better, right? There are no studies that show that people who believe are less likely to develop cancer. You're less likely to go to jail. You're more likely to find your keys, or you're more likely to have a check in the mail. there are no studies that show that there is anything better in your existence for being a theist than people who are anti-theists. So why would you feel sorry for us? Like I said in my post, I feel more sorry for the people who are theists, who are somewhere waiting and praying for a cure to something like cancer and die without their prayer being answered. But why feel sorry for someone who says, it doesn't work for me? My life is, I don't think that my life is any miserable than yours. I don't think that I've been any less benefited or any less beneficial to humanity as a result of the stances I take. In fact, I think I'm more beneficial to humanity because I do what I do because I believe in humanity and just being good because it's the right thing to do. I have no fear of any kind of eternal damnation. And I have no desire to do what I do because I'm looking to go to heaven. I do what I do because it's the right thing to do.
Okay.
And I trust me more than somebody who's doing something for a reward.
Okay. All right. So let P respond to why he said he feels sorry and he used the words that he used. All right. And thanks for sharing that. Go ahead, P.
Well, let me say, for one, I totally agree with everything you said. When I say sorry, I don't mean that my life is any better because of it and you're worse. When I say I feel sorry because I feel like this at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, that we all have to face our maker and to be judged. And I would rather be on the side that I am that, believing and, I die and find out it's not true than to not believe and die and be like, holy crap, like, oh, now I got to answer for all the stuff that I did or didn't do or things that I said. That's so when I say I feel sorry, that's what I mean. Because like I said, I know for myself for a fact, there are things that I've asked for that I've gotten specifically. I'll break it down to say my wife. I prayed and asked for my wife and specifics. And out of all and I've known my wife 30 plus something years. We've gone to school. We've gone to elementary school together. We've hung out in the same places and not crossed paths. Just that, like it was time for us to cross paths when it was time for us to cross paths again. So I asked for specifics and got that. So I know that there's a higher power watching over us and guiding us and directing us and this, that, and the third. So when I say I feel sorry, I don't mean to take away from anybody else's life, like I said, or think that I'm better, because I never think that I'm better. And I'm like you. I don't do things for people because I'm trying to get in heaven. I do it because it's the right thing to do. But it might help. That's okay. All that
so
I'm
what
saying.
you just described is something called Pascal's wager.
Okay.
Pascal's wager said that it won't hurt if you do believe because if you believe and you go to heaven, fine. If you find out to heaven, fine. If you don't, whatever. It can't hurt either way. So that's what you described is called Pascal's wager.
Okay.
Pascal's wager is flawed, but the point.
Why is it flawed?
That I'm making. The point that I'm making is that the reason why you felt sorry, right? You didn't connect your feeling sorry to, I feel sorry for people who don't believe because they're going to go to hell. You connected your feeling sorry to the fact that something good happened to you or your wife. And therefore you feel sorry for people who don't believe, as though good things don't happen or fortune doesn't happen to people who don't believe. We all experience fortune and misfortune as we're walking through this life. Now, the question becomes whether or not the afterlife is the question. Now, does what you do guarantee that you're going to be in an afterlife? I don't know. Do people believe in the afterlife? I happen not to believe in the afterlife. I happen not to believe that there's anything on the other side here other than your body decomposes and you become you go back to the earth like ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and the electrical charge that's in your body, like anything, gas takes on, it leaves. That's just because I have no scientific evidence to suggest either way.
So
And I also have no scientific evidence to suggest that people who believe have more fortune in their living life because they believe.
So let me ask you this question. All right. So you once was you practiced Islam at one time in your life, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So why did you? One, that's the first part of it, and then two, what made you stop?
First of all, everybody who is born an atheist. Everybody who's born is born an atheist. We take on the beliefs and the patterns of the adults that are around us that shape our realities. When a baby is born, the only God that a baby knows, it's the mother, right? The mother provides, the mother sustains, the mother comforts. The mother does all of the things that we say that a God is supposed to do. So to a baby, I'm going to answer.
Okay, go ahead.
To a baby, your mother is God. Then our parents and society shapes and influences what we have below. So as African Americans, we are taught that we have to believe in something.
Okay.
It's part of the culture. Faith and belief is part of the culture. And generally, the more oppressed you are, the more you cling to religion as a way out because you don't feel as though that you have the skills to be able to get yourself. So that's more you resign yourself to something outside of yourself.
Okay.
So tradition says you got to believe something.
So related.
So I'm telling you.
Okay, you.
Tradition says you have to believe something. Once you're able to now think and look for yourself without fear of consequences of your parents, without fear of consequences of being disconnected from the community, without fear of consequences as to what people will say if you don't believe in what you believe, you can begin now to take the steps and say, this is craziness. And so thinking about things that don't make sense, that don't add up, and looking how religion was used as a tool to enslave. Even the Arabs, before the Europeans came to the west part of Africa with their version of Christianity, Africans have Muslim names because of Arab invasion. So we've been invaded by a lot of different people, and they gave us their religion. And so with thought,
give us the short version. All right. So for you, no, we need the short version because we doing the show. So I basically want to know why your choice. What was it for you? What was it for you that made you say, you know what, I am going to practice Islam, and then the defining moment that said, Islam is no longer for me. None of this is no longer for me. I don't want it.
The defining moment is because we are taught that we have to believe in something. Christianity didn't work for me.
Okay.
Christianity didn't work for me. Islam seemed to talk to the aspect of me that filled the void of this religion is at least talking about the fact that I'm black. I see myself in the picture. I didn't see myself in the picture of Christianity. I grew up with big stained glass windows of white people, right? Didn't see myself in the picture in Christianity. And then when you grow up in a racist society, you begin to ask, well, God, why, what's going on? Why do you favor certain people and you don't favor us? It's got to be something. So Islam as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we want to be clear, Islam as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was able to speak to that aspect of me that wanted to see myself in the picture. Okay. So that level of thinking was satisfied.
Okay. Okay.
That level of thinking was satisfied for an 18-year-old. But we're not the same people that we are. We grow, develop. We read new things. We get introduced to new things. Our mind begins to think, and I just begin to think about it. So now, once the black part is satisfied, you go to the next level, right? And so now you have to begin to say, I don't know about that. That one doesn't make sense. I don't know about that. And I just found that religion is used to control people, and I found that there was really absolutely no proof to suggest that somebody's life. That my life was the same no matter where I found myself. It was the same because at the center of it was me and the choices that I made. My kids weren't hungry when I was Christian. My kids weren't hungry when I was Muslim. My kids ain't hungry now. At the center of it is us. My mother didn't live longer because I was Christian. My mother didn't live longer because I was Muslim. My mother didn't live longer because I was nothing. We're born, we're going to die. Your faith does not determine how long you live on this planet.
That's a fact. But I could
Right? Your income. Nobody. Faith does not determine a person's income. Going to church does not determine people's income either. So all of the things that I saw that religion was supposed to do, it didn't do. So I just chose not to be controlled anymore. I still have a lot of friends who are theists. Most majority of my friends are theists. And I don't have a problem with people. I just have a problem when people, like, I feel sorry for you. And I just want to know what aspect of my life makes you want to feel sorry for me. There's more Christians locked up. There's more Christians in poverty. So what is it about my life that needs to be felt sorry? So the only unresolved question is what happens after we leave here? Because we can go pound for pound that there is no difference while we're here. The only question is what happens when you leave here? What do you feel about when you leave here?
Yeah.
So if you want to feel sorry for me because you think I'm going to hell, I always tell people I'm building a really nice condo by the Lake of Fire as we speak. It doesn't matter.
Wow. What was you going to say, P? And thanks, Pie Lady, for sharing that.
Okay. We definitely appreciate
Love
you
y'all.
calling. Love you too.
Love you too,
That's
Pie
the
Lady.
Lake of
Look, feel sorry for your listeners because they had to hear that.
Nah, they good. They good. This makes for a good show too.
All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, talk to you later. Talk to you later.
All right, I'm just gonna read some of the comments.
Yeah, listen. No, go ahead.
Sandy had said, I get signals all the time. Remute Span said, God is really dealing with your family. Be obedient. Paul Scott has said, furthermore, if you don't visit the city just from before on your list early, then you can't be an authority on these matters. Sandy said, God has a plan for you. It's not always what you want. Remute says, say it. You should always pray for God to send you your mate. Absolutely. Remute said, if you do right, if you live right, God will reward you in the end. We also said we all have our own beliefs and views of God and religion. God loves us all the same. Majid H. Thorne said, while I'm at work, it's a very good topic. I will say the doctrine of Christianity is taught away from the Bible, and if I was not at work, I can show and prove that. And for the record, I believe in the Bible 100%. Barbara's on the check-in. Darryl D. Mack said, good conversation. And Amos said, I would hate to live and not believe in God, then die and find out God is real. Faith is the key. I'll give it to, not to cut you off. That's my thing I always say too, Amos. Faith versus religion. At the end of the day, I don't care what religion you are. Everybody's praying to the same God, whether they want to admit to it or not. Everybody's praying to a higher power. I don't care if you calling him Buddha, if you calling him Jesus, you calling him Allah, you calling him whatever. At the end of the day, it's really not, to me, it's not about religion. To me, it's more about your spirituality. Spirituality and religion are two totally different things. And I think that's what people have to go on. Get so much away from the religious part of it and deal with the spirituality part of it.
Because when Polly was like, religion, she found out religion controls people.
Yeah, religion does control people.
Spirituality doesn't.
Exactly.
And see that's the whole thing. Like me, Norm, you a Christian, or Norm, you this or whatever like that. No, it's just that I practice a certain faith.
Exactly.
I practice a certain faith, and I'm spiritual on a lot of levels. So
exactly.
And it's funny because I hear people speak against the Quran. Caller, I'm gonna take this caller. Caller from the 404. State your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Show. What's up?
Hey guys, it's Flo Queen. I just have to chime in on this one.
Hey Flo Queen. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. For me, it's about belief in God is personal. It's a personal relationship.
Absolutely.
Your experience. She may not have experienced him, the caller that was on before.
Okay.
In the way that I have, or someone else has. So therefore, she can't possibly, or anyone can possibly tell me what God has done or not done for me.
Right. There you go.
That would be absurd.
That's a fact.
Okay?
I agree.
And let me say this. She said God, that there were white people were favored over us. The dominant race said that. And they built this nation based on that. God didn't say that. They said that.
Mm.
And yes, we're up underneath, their rule and the hammer and their knee is basically in our neck. But, through faith, we're getting through. We're making strides. That's not to say that we're not favored. I happen to believe that we are. I happen to believe that we're Hebrew. I do. That's just me. But, she can't possibly tell any of us what God has done. I don't care what science says. I'm telling you what God has done in my life. Mm-hmm. Recently, my house was struck by lightning. Yeah. I prayed before I went to sleep. I was in the bedroom. It blew my whole window out in my bedroom and my whole wall.
Wow.
And I was not touched.
Wow.
I woke up into the blast. It was like a bomb. Wow. I know God is real. Nobody can tell me any different. Yeah. And if you don't believe, that's fine.
That's cool. I'm with you.
First of all, I'm glad you came out okay in that situation.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm right there with you. I believe it's based on the individual. I know with me, my faith increased once I saw my father, who never went to church a day in his life. He just started going to church with my mother, because my mother was like, "Come on, Brad, you going to church today?" And my father walked with a cane for a long time. His dislocated in his back. Hold on, he had to walk with a cane forever after that. And now he goes to church with my mother. And it was his pastor at the time named David Paul, whatever. So they went to New York and whatever. And we were younger kids then, and we were looking out the window waiting for them to get home. So when they finally pulled up and my father got out the car, he did not have his cane. And
wow.
he was walking straight. So this was personal for me because I actually seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
That I've known my father to have this severe back situation where he had to walk for a cane. So anybody knew my father knew he walked me to school when I was younger with his cane and everything. He had bad problems. My father came back without no cane. So
wow.
That said a lot to me as far as my mother was telling me the situation. Oh, he prayed and the pastor and the congregation prayed over him and this and that and whatever. So it's hard to tell me that there's not nothing out there that's bigger than ourselves. You can't tell me that anymore.
That's right.
You just can't.
That's
so
right.
I don't care
what
somebody else's experience may be.
Yeah.
But my experience showed me that there is somebody out there that is bigger than me and that is watching over all of us.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
And that's me. I appreciate you, Flo Queen.
Definitely.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yes, definitely, absolutely.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank God. All right, y'all. Have a good day.
You too.
I mean, like I was telling Storm, like I have another story. Like this is why this stuff doesn't scare me. Like most people probably been freaked out if you just sitting in your house and your ceiling fan just started going and you knew you didn't turn it on, you ain't moved. Most people like, oh shit, I'm out of here. Say run out of here. But that wasn't the first time something like that happened. Like I said, it'll actually in 8 days, it'll be the 3-year anniversary of my son passing. My son died on October 9th of 2016. And when it happened, he was coming to everybody that was close to him. Like me and his mom were talking a lot, and she was telling me how he kept coming to her in her dreams and like with feathers, something with feathers. Like it just was, that was his way he was speaking to her. And he had came to his grandmother and this one, that one. So she's like, he hasn't come to you? I was like, no, he hasn't come to me yet. I was like, I'm not sure when, whenever it's his time, he'll come and let me know he's okay. So I'm driving one of my cars one day and a speaker that's behind me starts playing. And I just start laughing. You want to know why I started laughing? Because the speaker that starts playing behind me was disconnected. It was a subwoofer that I was doing some work on, and I had disconnected it from the amplifier, so I had no power source to be playing music in my car, and it started playing music while I was driving, and I just started laughing. I looked up and I said, "Okay, I got you." And I called his mom and I told her, and she started laughing because she's like a speaker of all because he was young, so he was into that stuff. He was into cars and systems and stuff like that. So she's like, "Okay." It's like I knew he had to come to you in his way that he knew that you would know it was him, And same thing, like that would freak a regular person out. Oh, get out their car, maybe crash or something. I know why is the speaker playing? But because I am very spiritual and I know that there is a higher power, and like I said, it's not the first time, and I'm sure it's not the last time that I'm going to experience something like that. But like I said, for me, I know he's real. He's come through for me too many times. He's shown me too many times. I'm alive today and shouldn't be because of him.
But you know what?
That's a fact.
Here's what gets me, right? And I don't want to go, and we're not going to go too deep into Quran and Bible and all of this. But for the most part, if you believe in heaven, you got to believe in hell also. There's good, there's bad, and a lot of people I know, they would believe in the most negative things about whatever that they haven't seen, or or some other things that they never seen or that they never experienced.
They can't fathom and believe,
right? They can't fathom and believe.
There's a higher power.
When it comes to something good, and the Bible is a good thing.
Yeah.
For those that practice Christianity, and the Quran is a good thing for those that practice Islam or whatever, and I do believe with all this division, and I always say this, what I always say, P, division is the devil's biggest tool. So I'm going to divide you. I'm gonna make you believe this. You're going to believe that, or you're going to think this, and you're going to think that, and whatever like that. The Quran is better than the Bible, and the Bible is better than the Quran, and all this. That's all division. That's confusion.
Exactly.
That's confusion.
Exactly.
Right? One world, one earth, one God. If you do believe, all right, if you are a believer. So that's how I look at it. So when you get pitted, when you get things that pit you against one another, Bloods against Crip, because the red against the blue.
Exactly.
If I'm from the West End, I'm better than you. I'm from the East End, I'm better than you. If I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm better than the Giants fan. If I'm this and that, a lot of things cause division, conflict, confusion, all of this, man. But there's one big picture that we're missing, right? When you speak about God, it's a good thing. If period. So I don't care what side of the coin you are, Muslim, this, that, whatever case, whatever like that. It's a good thing. Why not believe in something that initially is supposed to be good?
Yeah.
Because we believe in a whole bunch of other crap.
Nonsense. Yeah.
A lot of nonsense. Why not believe in something that's good? So I'm gonna take my chances, right? I'm gonna believe in God. I'm gonna believe in Jesus. I'm gonna take my chances with that. You can take your chances and believe in what you want to. All right, I'm not gonna knock you for it.
Absolutely not.
And in this life, it's all about how you treat people too, and what type of works you do within your life. Are you doing good things out there? Are you doing bad things? And I just think we put too much emphasis on who's right and who's wrong about something that initially is supposed to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? Islam is supposed to be a good thing. Christianity is supposed to be a good thing. Why are we beefing about something that's supposed to be good? Believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. But treat people in this lifetime, treat them the best you can.
Yep.
And just be good to people, man. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. Like Forrest Gump, that's all I got to say about that. All I got to say about that. Let's read some comments and then we're going to be out.
All right. Let me go back. I'm trying to
exactly.
Go back. It's just a lot of stuff. Okay, Ramu says, whenever talking about belief gets tight, leave it alone. God is a man of no confusion. In fact,
he's not an author of confusion.
Author of confusion. Phyllis says, love the caller testimony. Felicia said, me too, Norm, my cane in the corner, prayers work. Amen. Greg Booth said, I knew him well.
Talking about my father.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flo Queen said, thank you, God is real. Kaz was on the check. What's up, Kaz? She said, home now, replying to Carmen. I guess Carmen came in. I don't know what she said. Probably back further. Felicia said, sorry to hear that. RIP, talking about my son. I said, yep, been there with the pictures. Kim said, it's crazy how our loved ones convert back to us to let us know they are still there. Felicia said, I wish I had came back in earlier so much, I believe. Kim also said, I know there is a God. My grandmother walked away on her own after being in a 3-car pileup on the Parkway. Wow. She was 82 when the accident happened. And Dow D-Mac said, just because a person is an atheist does not mean
absolutely
they are not good people. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Amos said, you don't have nothing to lose by believing in God.
That's and that's it, man. Listen, man. I don't judge nobody.
Absolutely
on
not.
no level anyway. You know, like what you believe in is what you believe in.
Yeah.
It don't affect me.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you as they say, you do you. You know, I know what I believe in my heart. And my beliefs are not controlled by anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not controlled by anything. Because I heard that word thrown around a lot when Polity called it.
Yeah.
It was because of control. You know, that this is supposed to control you, and it's supposed to, no, I'm not controlled by it. It's like, to me, it's a good thing, you know? And when I crack open a Bible, just like when you crack open, if somebody crack open a Quran or whatever like that, these are keys. What books, think about how many books actually can help you with any experience that you go through in life. Anything you can go through in life is in that Bible.
Lessons for you. Mm-hmm.
Any type of thing. All types of lessons. All types of answers and solutions and situations that you can go through is right in that book. It's in both books. It's in both books. The choice is yours. And the biggest thing I love about the whole, when we talk about God and all that, is free will. You have the free will of choice, either to do good or bad, either to do right or wrong. Leaves the choice up to you. So when you talk about somebody going out there and killing and murdering 20 people or whatever like that, or where was God then or whatever like that, they had the choice
to
either do something right or to do something wrong.
Yeah.
And that's when you talk about your heaven, your hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you're talking about the devil and God.
Yeah.
That's the contrast right there. Free will on both sides. God and the devil. There's free will. So stop using that as an excuse, though, to not believe. Because all these horrible things are happening in the world. And all these people are doing horrible things to one another. In this instance, they have a choice to do either the right thing, or the wrong thing. And that's real talk. Free will, man. All right. Yo, man. Interesting. We took it there today.
Yeah.
I like these.
That's why I was saying do it tomorrow, because I knew it was going to go.
I like these open discussion days.
I knew this was not going to be a short topic.
I love these open discussion days, man. Listen, man. Listen. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
We want to thank everybody for joining us on the Man Cave Morning Show. Y'all need to share this show out. Click the share button right now.
I didn't do that today either.
What's that?
I usually always share it at the beginning. I didn't even share it out myself.
Click the share button. Because somebody needs to hear what we discussing.
Yes.
And somebody needs to hear your thoughts as well as ours. So click that share button, no matter what platform you're listening to us on. Click the share button out there, man. And let's continue the discussion, man. Let's continue the debate.
Yeah.
All right. So you at the Man Cave morning/afternoon show.
Yeah, man.
It's deep in the afternoon now. Make sure y'all stay tuned. The Owl Show is coming up at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
And DJ Jess is rocking out from 5 to 6.
That's right.
And make sure y'all come out this Friday at TGI Friday. Shout out to everybody that came out last Friday.
Yeah,
I've seen some faces I haven't seen in
Yeah,
years.
man. Yeah.
It was just a good time at TGI Fridays. We turn it into the club. And we're going to have some fun this Friday at TGI Fridays. Kicks off from 10 p.m.
To
1 a.m. and everything. So come on out. It's the Happy Hour Mix, Friday Night Live with BKS1 Radio. And it's the TGI Fridays located at 1315 Centennial Avenue in Piscataway, New Jersey. Come on out and have a good time. All the music is powered by WBKS1.com. I'll be on the set. Your boy DJ Storm on the General, DJ Smooth P, DJ Jess, DJ KT, DJ Sassy, DJ Big H. Salute to all the squad. And just come on out and have a good time. You get half-price appetizers and drink specials, man. TGI Fridays in Piscataway, New Jersey, man. Come on out and have a good time this Friday. We want to see everybody in the building. And don't forget the awesome play by Plainfield's own Juanita Karen Hart's Town is going down October 13th. It's called Final Deceit. This is part 2.
Yeah.
So if you've seen part 1, it's going to be part 1 and part 2 all together that day, October 13th, 3 p.m. That's Sunday, 3 p.m. It's going to be at the Ducray School of Art, all right, located on Central Avenue in Plainfield, New Jersey. It's an awesome play, and guess what? I'm an actor in it.
Yeah.
So I'm in the play as well. Shout out to all the other cast members and everything, the wonderful cast members. It's a great play. I play a character named Dave. Wow. Somebody totally opposite than who I am in life. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it that way. But my character's name is Dave, and it's just interesting. Come on out to see the play. It's called Final Deceit. That's October 13th. Put this on your calendar, all right? And again, it's going to be at the Ducray School of Art.
But what's going down this Saturday?
This Saturday?
Yeah.
This Saturday? Are you
October 5th.
Are you talking about Styletainment's
Yes,
production of A Cancer Survivor's Story?
Yes, sir.
That is going down this Saturday. Oh my God. And it is in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's this Saturday. And guess what? We got free tickets. This is an awesome off-Broadway production at the Mary Birch Theater, located at Essex County College, located at 303 University Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. All right, now the general tickets are $40. VIP tickets are $60. Includes reserved seating and reception at 3 p.m. But now listen. All right, showtime is 4 p.m. But we got free tickets right now. If you could call in and just answer a question we ask you, you'll get 2 free tickets right now to this awesome off-Broadway production of A Cancer Survivor's Story. Man, when I tell you the visuals in this production and the costume design, all of that is amazing. And the story is amazing. Shout out to Styletainment that's putting this on. But it's going to be awesome. So we got 2 free tickets we're going to give away right now. We're going to give away some free tickets. Call in right now. And please join us as we salute survivors, okay? We'll have some more to give away tomorrow. But you have to, if you call in right now, 646, right before 233-1302, you got those free tickets. You definitely will have something to do Saturday. That's amazing. All right? The showtime is 4 p.m. this Saturday. So if you want your tickets, man, just call in. Get those tickets, and this is how we do it, man. Man Cave Morning Show. We're coming back tomorrow. We want to thank everybody for rocking out with us, because remember, this show is never about us,
but it's always about you,
because you are the next best kept secret.
And we love you guys.
Oh yeah, and it's not a damn thing you could do about it.
No.
All right, so peace and blessings. See y'all tomorrow.
Love y'all.
We'll give out those tickets early tomorrow morning. Be on the check-in. You're going to want those tickets, and they free.
Listen to the Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio. It's D.L. Hughley. You listen to the Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio. It's D.L. Hughley. You listen to the Man
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
Hey, it's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouzet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming up. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on